Hello everyone, Tushar this side. Today I'm quite excited to share a Power BI report that I completed recently for a data analytics bootcamp. So before I jump into the report itself, let me give you an overview of what exactly this report is all about. Alright, so this is for a company called Atliq Hardware, and it manufactures computer accessories and computer peripherals such as desktops, laptops, motherboards, graphic cards, keyboards, mouse, etc. There are tons of other products that Atliq Hardware manufactures, and the data that is available to us is spread across the year 2018 to 2022. Alright, we still have close to 2 million records in here, so I did not want to clutter all my insights within a single dashboard, so I divided into multiple department wise dashboards so that it is more neat and looks good. Alright, and the page that we are viewing currently, it's the index page of that report. And as this is a Power BI report, so almost all the images or buttons that will come across, it's very interactive, so the stakeholders can play with the dashboard itself if they want to gain insights for a particular product or for a particular quarter of an year. We can use the slicer button on the dashboard and segregate or filter the dashboard according to that. All right, so let's jump on to the first dashboard of this report. And the slicer button that I was talking about, all the dashboards in the coming in the other for the other departments has this button called slicer pane, which gives us a free hand to filter the dashboard or visuals or values according to our needs. So the one that we are seeing currently is for the year 2022, and if I want to see the performance for only the quarter 3, I can click on that and the values change accordingly, right? So let's stick with the year 2022, the latest one that is available. Great, we can see the net sales, gross margin and the net profit percent on the left hand side. So these are the key performance indicators for Atliq Hardware, and we can see the net sales has not met the benchmark numbers. That's the reason why it is red in color. Alright, the same goes for the gross margin percent. However, the net profit percent has increased significantly with 225.17%, which is a significant growth, that is close to 17.76%. Right, so these are the top KPIs for Atliq Hardware in the finance department. The table below that, it depicts the profit and loss statement. All right, and for after the revenue there are multiple other deductions that does take place before we reach to the gross margin of the uh, products. So there are pre-invoice deductions, post-invoice deductions, the cost of total goods sold. So all these deductions that does take place after the revenue is generated. All right, so we can see the numbers from last year as well, and if we compare it to the current year, which is 2022, then we can see a significant rise in the numbers for this year, right? Let's jump on to this visual. This visual actually depicts the net sales performance across the fiscal year. All right, so we see the year starting from September 2021 to all the way to August 2022. It's starting from 2021 because the fiscal year for Atliq Hardware is for 2021. Alright, we can see the peak performance happening in the month of December during the festive and the New Year season. So the peak performance is at that moment. This table over here gives us an profit and loss values as per the region and the countries. We can segregate values according to South Korea, Asia Pacific, and what are the customers through which the profit values were higher and what is the year on year change, right? If I click on to this button, this gives us a separate view, a separate values, right? Like this is segregated as per segment wise and product wise, right? Now let's jump on to the sales view. So this one gives us information about net sales, gross margin and gross margin percentage. And the top performing customer for Atliq Hardware is Amazon, which is generating the highest net sales amount. So this is sorted in descending order, followed by Atliq's e-store and Atliq exclusive. Alright, we can see these values, the gross margin percentage. So we can see the gross margin percentage for this Atliq exclusive is higher, because of course the margin will be very much high when it is their own store, right? So now if I scroll down, I can view the customers which are not performing that great when compared to others, right? So just like the previous one, we have a button in here. This is giving us a overview of the products through which Atliq is able to generate the highest net sales. So for this one is AQ Home LN1 Gen 2, followed by other products, multiple other products like I said. And these products, the pen drives, are not performing that great. So the company needs to work upon the strategies how to increase the market share, and strategies how they can increase the net sales in here. This one is this visual is little interesting, where we can literally play around. This is the zoom slider. It gives us an overview just like the table that we saw in here. It gives us an overview of the gross margin and the net sales amount for the top countries. All right, and the legends you can find here. So the purple color is for a specific region, and if I want to focus on countries that are not performing that great, I will scroll down to this, and I can see Brazil, Austria and Bangladesh are not performing that great for Atliq Hardware, so they need to make necessary changes in the business decision. Also, this has a drill on button. Alright, and when I click on this, it takes me to the next level where I can view the data as per different customers, right, with the highest gross margin and net sales amount. The one this below this is a donut chart with a bar chart inside of it. All right, so if this is the entire total revenue, when we deduct the pre-invoice deduction and post-invoice deductions, we are left with net sales. And from net sales, when we subtract the total cost of goods sold, we get the gross margin in here. Right. Now let's jump on to the marketing view. So the marketing view provides us information about net profit and net profit percent. So I can see in the APAC region, India is performing good. I can see the highest net profit in numbers, $93.07 million, to be quite highest in the APAC region. We see for USA is performing the great, which is at $308.13 million, so on and so forth, right? I can click on this button, get a different perspective of products and segment wise. I can see which products are performing great for Atliq Hardwares in here, right? Now for this visual, we see the gross margin percent and the net sales amount, but this is as per the division, right? So net notebooks, peripherals, accessories and desktop, these are performing great. Desktop is performing probably in a much better way as compared to other products in here. And if I scroll this and get this down a little bit, I'll be seeing, okay, networking and storage are the ones in which the Atliq hardwares need to work upon. So it also has this drill on button. I can see USB flash drives are few products which are not performing that good. We also saw this in the table earlier, right? So yeah, and coming to this visual, this is a donut chart, and it gives us an information about the total cost of goods sold and the gross margin in here. And when we subtract the gross margin and the operational costs expense from here, the net profit is at $860.46 million. Now let's jump on to the supply chain view. So we can see the KPIs for supply chain department, the forecast accuracy, the net error and the absolute error. the lower the net error, the better it is. Alright, so it is at 3472.69k, which is quite good when compared to last year. The net error has risen significantly. The forecast accuracy has risen by 1.2%, and the absolute error has also decreased at minus 29.46%. Right, so these are the KPIs for it, and these are the customers with the forecast accuracy, the net error, and the net error percent. And it also depicts the risk, whether the stock, whether it was out of stock, or whether we had an excess of inventory. All right, so these are the key metrics by customer, and this one is net sales performance over time, of course just for a fiscal year. And we can see the forecast accuracy last year in this pink line chart, and the forecast accuracy can be viewed for this current year in this yellow one, and the net error is in here within this column chart. Right, if I change it to a different year, for example for the year 2021, we see a huge dip in the forecast accuracy last year. For this one is due to COVID, of course, in the month of March. So yeah, the forecast accuracy was through the roofs during that time. So that is what it is depicting in here. Also, I wanted to inform, so we also had this button. It is also providing us the information about the products, just like the previous ones. Right, now let's jump on to the executive view. So this executive view is solely depicts the values of Atliq Hardware's own reports. All right, so we can see the benchmark numbers. So let me select an year in here. So this is for 2021. Let's go to 2022. I can see the benchmark numbers were not met, so that is how the net sales, gross margin, net profit percent, and the forecast accuracy are there. Forecast accuracy and net profit percent looks good. Alright, so these are the top KPIs, and this table gives us information about key insights as per the subzone: revenue contribution percent, the gross margin percent, net profit percent, etc. So these are the top 5 customers of Atliq Hardware through which they are able to generate highest sales. I can see Amazon to be at the top in here. Alright, however, Atliq's exclusive gives us the highest gross margin percent. If I click on this button, it gives us the insights, its key insights, and we can see the rise of Atliq Hardware in here since 2018 to 2022. Alright, this bar chart is giving us the information as per the divisions PC, P&A, and NLS. Alright, and if I click on this one, gives us the values according to the channel: retailers, direct, and distributors. This rainbow chart at the bottom, we can see the Atliq Hardware is in blue. Alright, so this is blue. We can see Atliq was nowhere in the picture in 2018 and 2019. It has 0.02% of market share. However, after COVID, it has risen significantly, challenging the other top uh, manufacturers in this computer accessories is Atliq Hardware currently. To build this comprehensive report, I have the data that was available to us was for MySQL Workbench. I have created the connection with MySQL and imported all the data from there. Created a lot of measures, as you can see in here, for absolute error, net error, and all these things were all the DAX commands that I have written for measures, key measures that I have created. Alright, multiple columns I have created and tables as well as per the needs. Alright, and this is the data model that I have built. I started with a star schema in the beginning, however it turned out to be a snowflake schema as I proceed further with the data model, so that you can view in here. This is all. Thank you so much. Have a great day.